This is a kids channel, but that's what it seems. Dun 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 dun. Yep. Hello, Internet. Welcome to Loki Theory, where we are the goat of the brand of PRGs and stuff. Yep. So, for the first episode of Loki Theory, we're going to be talking about Billy, who is actually pretty interesting. Where, if you don't know, Billy is basically an AI generated video, practically being a Bimooo or any other character clone like this. But we'll get to the video shortly. We're going to be talking about the posts. Okay, so here on this post, we get to see the brand new family. Pretty normal until the screen is flashing red. But during the red flash, you get to see stuff. Like, the dad is dead. The little sister is dead. But Bimooo and Billy and Billy's mother are still alive. You guys got to see like this, yeah. Here we get to see a code where this is mostly a thing for every other one of these, where it says the shepherd appreciates your devotion, which, if you don't know, a shepherd controls the sheep. So that means the creator of this channel is the shepherd, since they're controlling all of this. But this post is very unique because of all of this. Yeah, I'd let you read that. And here is some more interesting stuff. But this video doesn't really normally this video doesn't really matter, but until you see one other post they made. This post where they say you're starting to see the things the way I do. So, here's a theory. Billy isn't a goat. He's actually a cultist. And in one of the other adventures, they start digging. And then, in another adventure, they start washing their hands. But the thing is, they're not digging for fossils. They're digging up a body. And it's their fault because we start off with this, and then after the murder, they go wash their hands. And then they start to dig up the body. And let's watch one of their videos.
With a bounce and tiny feet, Billy makes the world so sweet. Billy, come and play. Let's be happy.
And in one part of the video, they say, it's your father's death. Your father's death was your fault. But it's either A, we're talking about Billy's father's death, or we're talking about the kid from before. The kid is most likely to be this kid, which this might actually be Billy or someone else. But also in the same video, skip a bit and they tell you their name. Turn on the captions. I said pause. Hold on, that was creepy. Why did it move when it was pausing? Oh my gosh. As you see, your little sister has passed away. A bunch of other stuff about Bimooo and Billy here. Their name is Mitch or anything. So let's just give them a name like Mitch Andrew. Yeah, no Anderson. That would be better. So we can say that the person that we're playing at, and the person is ARG or a cult or anything, we're playing as like Mitch. And to him, everything is good. Or something like that. Because the thing is, they're digging up his dad's body. Which, that's the only reason why they're like digging up a body. As like a fanon thing. And also, here we get to see like, that family thing again. Everything here is really important. One other character we need to note about is this, where this. It is said that you are his puppets. So that means Billy is our god. Billy is supposed to represent our god. Or something like that. And on one other video, or not video, another post, they say something at this video. But gosh, this one doesn't have anything, out of the ordinary. But what's a video we haven't checked? Oh, really, gosh. Is this one? They say, okay, weird, gosh. Okay, so one of them says that you are mine, Mike. So, hold on. So remember last time where we saw like a kid named Mitch. Gosh, go kid. And instead of their name being Mitch, their actual name is Mike. Because it starts with M-I, and Mike also starts with M-I. So, Mike's dad died by, tree. And then after that, he started to watch this show, which that means that Billy is a cultist. And it turns out that with Han. So if he killed him, if he ended his own life, then what's the point about this? But one other thing is, Billy is probably representing Mike. And he killed his little sister. And then he digs up her body. one other area. This guy, hold on, let me just put this all into Google Trans, because I'm not reading all this. Okay, now let's, yeah, so.
The squares form the shape of the periodic table, so if you take the elements that are marked with symbols, you get the elements argon, einsteinium, carbon, and iodine. Also, if you look closely, you will realize that the symbols represent letters of the alphabet, except the one for carbon. That one is just a diagonal line. So interpreting that the symbol of argon is the letter I, if you put the elements corresponding to the symbols in the alphabetical order of the symbols, and put carbon in the end, you will get argon, iodine, einsteinium, and carbon. Now, if you take the atomic numbers of these elements and put them through periodic table cipher, in the order previously mentioned, you will get RES. Which, if you Google, the first result is the Wikipedia page for the first zodiac sign, Aries, which has the symbol of the goat.
Which, how do goats affect this entire video? Billy. Billy is a goat. Listen, there's a lot of lore about Billy that I can't really cover a lot of it since, I can't really make 15-minute long shorts or not shorts videos. But this entire ARG or cult is absolutely masterpiece. It's amazing. And so all that we know is Mike is the guy who we're probably playing as in this ARG, and a bunch of more other stuff if you've been listening to me. So yeah, and remember, this might be a cult of a goat, and that goat has a dead father. So that's just a theory, a game, a Loki theory. Thanks for watching.